What's up guys, lightningTATSU striking here again with another video, and today we're back again as sort of a Lightning Technical Factor, and right now I'm doing the main quest for the 14th floor, and now we're at the boss fight. Actually, I'm doing it for the second time because I didn't finish the first one because I discovered something really interesting. So, if you've been to the 14th floor boss, you'd probably know that he's pretty tough. So, as I was, fighting him, I realized something. I found a good tactic to defeat him. So what you need for this tactic is basically any weapon with blunt attack. So I'm using an axe, and a weapon with darkness and thrust, or light. I mean holy damage. So okay, I'll just show you guys when you go inside. Okay, so basically what happens is when you go inside, you try to damage the boss. Your damage does nothing. I mean, it does minimal damage. So, if you look closely, you will see that he has a defense buff, and it actually shows in the first part. So, hold on. Okay, let's just wait for it to load. So, basically you have to destroy some crystals to get his buff down. So, that's kind of like a problem for some. Okay, so look here. So, destroy the crystals so that his buff goes down, and it doesn't stack up to less than 0. So, that means that we can't, remove the buff fully. So as you can see, I'm destroying the crystals, but he's following me. So that makes me kind of vulnerable to his attacks. So what I do is I look at the map and I check if he's going closer, and then I move to the next crystal on the opposite side or somewhere near the crystal that I was attacking. And then when he comes towards me, I'm gonna go over here and just finish this up. Okay. So, these crystals are weak against, elements. For example, the red crystal is weak against blunt and water, and this one's weak against earth? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it is earth and blunt. So, if you don't have elements like those, I suggest that you use, just a blunt weapon to, do a lot of damage to these crystals, so that it won't take long for these to, get destroyed. Okay, so we're doing well. Okay, so take note that this is just for the story mode. So that means that the interior the interior labyrinth is gonna be a lot harder. So I don't know how that's gonna play out, but we're gonna see soon, I guess. I'm gonna try to make a video about that. Okay, so as you can see, I'm doing 3,000 plus damage per attack. That's because of my mismatched silica, which gives me additional damage depending on my max HP. So that's a good skill choice if you're gonna go for axe against these crystals. So as you can see, I'm jumping from crystal to crystal, not focusing on one, because if I do focus on one, well, I'll show you guys. See, there you go. Okay, that was a bad idea. Okay, so if you focus on one, he's just gonna run to you and then just do damage. And he does a lot of damage, so there's that. And we don't have that much, we don't have that much items right now. So, I don't have much items right now. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just jumping. Make sure that you're moving around, because if you stay too long, he's gonna do a lot of damage. I mean, a lot. So I think he does, 8k damage per attack, or I think around that, or 6 to 8k damage per attack. Per 8, that one does 7k. Okay, I've got hit by that on the first run a lot of times before I got the hang of it. Okay. So, that was a bad move. Okay, so if you're using an axe, it's probably best if you don't attack him with it, because these skills have a slow animation, and I suggest if you're fighting the boss, don't use weapons that are slow with animations. Yeah. Okay, so okay, my HP's kind of low. I'm gonna have to play it safe. Okay, this one's down. So my Leafa skill for my hammer, my axe rather, gives me additional HP every time I do switch. So that's very useful if you're going against this boss and you don't have a lot of items with you. And I'm using these restorative potions as a last resort because I don't have a lot. Okay. So as you can see, 5 minutes in and I'm still doing these things. I'm trying to lower his buff so that we can do some damage at least. Because if you don't do this, it's probably gonna take long. And it's gonna be easy if you're doing it in a party, but since this is story mode and your party members are basically not doing anything, I mean look at them. They're not doing any damage. They're just there. So Bandai, please fix that. Okay, so okay, hold on. I'm gonna try this. Okay. Okay. So that worked out well. I thought I would get damage there. Okay, so we're finally down to 1. Now we can do some good damage, I guess. Yeah, we can do some decent damage to him. And take note, I'm only at level 92, so I still don't have my integral series weapon, so this will be a lot easier if you have like those integral series weapons. They're probably gonna do a lot more damage than me. Okay, so this is where your main weapon of choice will come into play. So after you get his buff down to 1, so we can't go to 0. I tried earlier on my first run. So, and it also says in the when you enter the boss room, it's gonna say that you can't go less than 0. So I don't know. It's 1, so less than 0 is -1. So I'm not sure how that plays out, but I can't go lower than 1. I tried in the first time I tried testing this tactic. So far, this is not a bad run. It's just long because he has a ton of HP and he had to do like destroy the crystals to do you know, significant damage to him. So it does take long if you're doing it solo, like here on the main quest. And if you're gonna do it on the quest board, it's probably gonna be like the same. So I don't know how long that will take. Probably this long if you're doing it across board. Okay. So, oh, I missed. Another tip that I could share with you guys is if you've noticed, that was, yeah, another proof why you shouldn't use axe to fight him. I don't know, I'm just testing it out. If I can like get the groove of it. Okay, so another thing that you might notice, besides his AoE and his ranged attack where he like summons a light beam towards you, yeah, that one on the side. Besides that, all of his attacks are all in front. So the safest place to attack him is behind. So make sure to just, you know, stay behind him or stay on the sides all the time, because if you stay in front, you're gonna take a lot of damage. And he has this one skill where there's no warning, gives you like a ton of damage. It's kind of like the same, it has the same animation as the one in the 10th floor, the samurai boss, where he does like two slashes in front. Okay, so this is taking a while, and yeah, I'm having trouble like stacking some poison on him. It's not consistent, so I'm not stacking. Yeah, this one. Okay, I wasted that one. Okay, so if I could stack like a lot of poison on him, I could do a lot more damage with my secret dagger skill. Because my secret dagger skill has like additional damage per poison stack. So yeah. Yeah, as you can see, there's no poison coming out. There we go. There's bleed damage though from my partner. Okay. Okay. You have to be careful with that. He like does that very quick. Okay, this guy's very tough. But don't worry about it. I mean, it might take long, but... Oh no! Oh, okay. That was the one that I was talking about earlier. He had like 2 slashes. And he did a ton of damage. I think it was around 7,000 all in all. So make sure that your HP, by the way, is not less than 7,000 all the time, because before you engage him, by the way, you have to make sure that you have a ton of HP before you attack him, because he does a lot of damage. A lot of damage. And I have 3-star weapons, and I have a 3-star armor, except for the legs. So, he does a ton of damage. Okay, so, we're almost there. This is kind of tiring, but persistence is key, I guess. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, why do I keep pressing the cleansing potions? Okay. So as you can see, it is quite doable, but it will take you a while. So just don't forget that on the first part, you have to like go from side to side, from crystal to crystal, don't focus on one. And also use a blunt weapon, and when you're when you already have him at 1 stack of defense, you can just call the hunt. Okay, so if you have him at 1 stack defense, you can just, you know, use your main weapon of choice that you're most comfortable with, but I would recommend that you go with a rapier or a dagger that has thrust skills, or yeah, a spear. I think a spear. Also a bow. I think the reward for this, yeah, I think if I can remember correctly, the main quest reward after you finish the 414th boss is actually a 4-star silica bow skill, if I recall correctly. Let's check it out later. We're almost there. Okay, so it's now or never. So that means this tactic works. Wow, okay. I did not realize it. I mean, I did not expect that I would finish it on this run, to be honest. Because in the second run, I had to stop doing it because I was not too confident with the run I'm having. So, and I had like these restorative items, and I had low items, so I didn't know how I would defeat this guy without dying. Okay, so this means the tactic works. This is awesome. Okay, we're almost there. I'm gonna spam now. Okay, wait. We're almost there, we're almost there. Oh no. Die. No, 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 no. Okay. That skill is annoying. Come on. Come on. Oh no, I missed. Okay, you should be... There we go. Finally! Okay, so that means my tactic works! I guess. Okay guys. We're finally done. Huh. Okay, that took a while. I think that was like more than 10 minutes, I guess. Okay. Okay, we finally completed. And I was right. Yep, it is a silica bow with holy attack. Okay, so I'm gonna try using that against the boss on the quest board. Okay guys, so a quick recap. Just maintain your HP above 7,000, keep moving, and use a fast weapon against him if you're fighting him, and use a blunt weapon in destroying the crystals. Okay guys, that's all for today. Peace out.